Welcome. This is one of my most favorite shows because we talk gadgets with Chelsea and Tony Northrup. They're photographers and they're really teachers. So you teach us about a lot of things, which I'm so happy about. They have a YouTube channel, which we'll tell you about as well. All right, we're getting close to Christmas. And so we always want to know what the gadgets are going to be. So we're going to start with a drone. Tony, take it. Tell me about this.
This is the DJI Spark, and it's the hot gift, I think, this year. You can pick them up for about a little bit under 500 bucks.
All right.
And it can do things that your smartphone can never do. It could literally fly into the air. You can get shots from over the water. You can get nice, smooth panning shots rotating around you, and there's no way to make your vacation or action pictures look better.
It seems like it can be out of the way because it is so small. How high can that go?
Oh, well, legally you're only allowed to fly at about 400 feet.
There you go.
And it has no problem hitting that altitude.
Okay, so let's take a video as you're talking about it of the drone and what it looks like. And so tell me about this.
We travel just about everywhere with a drone because those shots are always the most striking shots that we get of our whole trip. Even though we're photographers, even though we travel with big expensive cameras, it's always the shots from the little drone that people really end up attaching to.
Chelsea, do you ever drive this?
Oh yeah, I love controlling.
See, I'm afraid of that. Like I wouldn't figure it out and I would crash it immediately.
It's so intuitive and easy to use that even kids can use them.
All right, so let's take it for a little whirl here and see what this looks like. It's pretty quiet.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Does it run on a battery, Tony, or?
Yeah, it's got a little battery in it. If you get the bigger kit, it comes with a couple of batteries. It probably lasts 10 or 15 minutes, depending on how you fly.
And it gives you a fanning as well. Cooling me off, yeah. All right, very good. And this is under $500.
Yes, you can find it for under 500 bucks.
It's very fun, very friendly.
Oh, they're so much fun.
All right, so now we're going to go to a really big camera that is not inexpensive.
Yes, if you want to take maybe pictures of your kids playing sports and you're a billionaire, this is the perfect
And you're a
choice.
billionaire. Okay,
right. This to be a billionaire.
This is the Sony Alpha 9, and I have the 70-200 G Master lens on here. And if I could pick any camera for sports and portraits, it would be this. It is the ultimate camera. Together, these would cost about $7,000. But this
so that's the lens and the camera, $7,000.
Together, yeah.
Does it come with other lenses or no?
No.
That's it. How do you hold
can
that?
get other lenses. How do I hold it? I hold it like this. You have to keep one hand on the lens here because it's pretty heavy.
You have to go to CrossFit first and work up that arm muscle.
All right, so let me see how heavy that is.
Okay.
So you have to know what you're doing with this because it is quite heavy.
It probably wouldn't be your first camera. You might go to this a little bit.
The iPhone is mine. So how do you shoot with this, Chelsea? And what do you use?
Prop my arm up against my body, and this makes you stable, and just go like that. And actually, it's really, I joke, but it's not that heavy. And this is a large lens on a relatively small body. You can put a smaller lens on this and it becomes a much lighter setup. Still very expensive though.
So this is stills and also video, and we have a video of what this is capable of doing. So here we have a sports team that this looks slow motion. Explain this, Chelsea.
Well, this is slowed down. So
and this is you, by the way, playing. Is that
These are still photos.
These are still photos.
It takes 20 still photos per second, which is something no other camera like this has ever been able to do. So if you're a sports photographer, it means you can catch just the perfect moment. You could pick any one of these and print a really big magazine cover style print.
Wow.
It is amazing.
So what do you use this for typically, or just everything?
Sports and wildlife, because especially with wildlife, if you have an animal, let's say a bird diving to get a fish, you can get every moment of that dive and you have a better chance of getting the picture that you want.
That is, so for $7,000 you're getting your money's worth on that.
It's pro.
It's a dream camera.
All right, so we go from that to this little tiny camera. Is that called a Yi?
It's a Yi. It's a 4K camera. It's like a GoPro. Tony loves this little camera. You use this all the time.
This is no bigger than a minute. And does it shoot stills as well as video?
It does. So I think most people use them for video.
Okay.
It kind of goes places your phone can't go, or maybe you wouldn't want to put your phone. Like you can strap it to the front of your car or take it underwater in its housing.
And we have a video of what this is capable of doing as well. Now explain this.
Oh, that's the beautiful LA River.
And were you on a motorcycle? How did you shoot this?
We'd strapped it to the hood of the vehicle we were in, so it's like a hyperlapse basically, but it's a great way for storytelling. If you want to tell the story of how you got from point A to point B, you can strap it to your head as you're snowboarding, or to the front of your car, or to the outside of your airplane. Just about any place you can imagine, you can stick it to.
And do all these run on batteries? Obviously the drone does.
Yeah, they all have rechargeable batteries.
They all rechargeable. Yeah. All right, this is, Chelsea, I'll let you explain this one. So we can afford this one.
Yes, this is affordable. This is $600. So, you know, it's about as much as an iPhone, but we get a lot of questions. I love photography. I love taking pictures on my phone. Which camera should I get? I love this camera. It's the Olympus AM10. It's lightweight. It's adorable. It's easy to use because it has this touch screen. People are so used to using their touch screens on their phone, and so it's very intuitive. Kids will love it, teenagers, and adults will too.
Video and stills.
Yes.
All right, we have a couple of stills that you sent over. Was this bird shot taken with this one or the really expensive camera?
This was taken with this little camera.
Okay,
Yeah.
And that costs what again?
$600.
$600. And there's another shot of your daughter.
That's our daughter, yeah.
Again, with this camera?
Yeah, you can see beautiful colors, a nice resolution. It's nice and sharp. It's a great camera.
And one more shot of an athlete, and that's taken with the $7,000.
This is taken with the sports camera, the Sony A9. Look at that.
Look at the clarity of that. That is absolutely amazing. All right, before we get to this little gadget, you have a YouTube channel that has more than 800,000 subscribers. You're teaching constantly about gadgets, about how to shoot something and lighting. How long has the channel been up? And I just can't believe how you've grown it, because I've watched you over the years. How long? 3 years? 4 years?
I think it's been 5 years now.
5 years already.
It went by fast. It really did. And we teach about photography. We teach about the history of photography. And now we're getting into teaching people how to fly drones and take pictures with drones.
And you run this out of your house?
Yes.
Still? In the basement or somewhere else now?
In the basement. We have our own studio, not quite this big, but we do live shows and we make videos there. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to this gadget, which is...
This, I love this. This is the iPad Pro. This is $1,000, which is a lot, but you can use it as a laptop too. You can see that we set up a keyboard here. And what I love using this for, you could take this here. I have my memory card for my camera. You plug it right in, and then you can edit your pictures by drawing on the screen. It's incredible.
Explain that to me. So you have a picture up there and you can edit it with a stylist?
Yeah.
Really? Well, my daughter really wants this, and
She does.
so she's saving up, but it is $1,000. But it's a beauty, right?
It's a beauty. I mean, the screen is gorgeous. Your photos are going to look great on it. And it's versatile. Like I said, you can use it as a laptop computer. You can use it to edit your photos. And if you're a photo editor already, they usually have a tablet you can purchase that's another $1,000. This is built into this.
Oh my gosh.
So if you're a photographer, this is a no-brainer.
And all of this brings us to your book, Stunning Digital Photography.
Yes.
Now, you've written more than one book.
Yeah.
How many by now?
We just put out 2 more.
2 more.
We're putting out 2 more.
And if you get this book, which this is you, which is a gorgeous photo of you, Chelsea.
Thank you.
Inside, all kinds of ideas about how to shoot things. And then if you watch the YouTube channel, you get the whole package, right?
Yes, and this also comes with 14 hours of video not seen on YouTube.
I love that.
It's for every kind of
You
learner.
guys have learned how to market. You guys travel the world. You do stock photos, stock video. What is the best part of your job?
Just connecting to people. We get to teach people, we get to share our passion with people, and we get to see them enrich their lives with it. So just the other day, a mother said to me, you suggested I take pictures with my daughter, and I did, and we had so much fun together, and then she shared the pictures with me. So I love that connection that we get.
What is coming down the pike that you don't have in front of us? You get literature all the time about what's coming in photography. So where are we headed now from this?
I think the next thing, what's that?
Automation, built-in editing. You see it on the new iPhone. They're blurring the background like you're using a camera.
Like a portrait.
Like Snapchat, they're adding ears, they're adding editing, they're smoothing the skin. Everything is built in and automatic for the user.
So automation, what else are we looking at?
I'm really into VR headsets now. These things you can strap to your face.
Describe that to me.
You put a mask up to your face, and it gives you a 3D, 360-degree field of view where you can look all around and you feel so immersed in this completely fake environment.
But see, that scares me. It's a fake environment.
It is scary, but you can feel like you're flying like an eagle. Or you can instantly transport yourself into the streets of any spot in Paris using something like Google Earth. If you try this out, you will never go back. It is so clearly the future.
So I'm thinking that must have applications for all kinds of things. And are those mainstream yet, or you just got to try them out?
Right now they're doing, say, training for dangerous environments. If you need to teach somebody to handle a nuclear reactor that's having a problem, you can put on a 3D headset and they can actually go through the experience of something that they wouldn't otherwise be able to do.
Wow.
Yeah,
and
it's amazing.
Chelsea, what else is coming down the pike that you're excited about? Because the beauty of you being authorities on video and photography is they let you try stuff out. So do you get stuff in the mail all the time? You're like, well, check this out. Let's see how this works.
We do get a lot of cool gadgets. Cameras, there are mirrorless cameras, they're getting smaller and better, so that's exciting that cameras are getting smaller and you can bring them more places. But I think what I'm most excited about is that photography is becoming more accessible. Every kid has a camera in their pocket, and I'm seeing kids take pictures, and they're not just snapping a photo, they're getting down low, they're looking for the light. It's kind of turning everyone into an artist.
So what would you say to the folks that say your iPhone is now your camera, period? You don't need any kind of cameras. It's on your iPhone.
I think it's a good start. Yeah. It's a good way to learn composition. It's a good way to start seeing as a photographer. But I do think that if they get serious about it, they're going to start running into problems. The lens isn't as good. You're going to want a larger lens or a wider lens. And you're going to want more resolution so you can make a bigger print or show it in a larger format.
So it's not perfect.
It's not perfect, no.
All right, guys, thank you so much for bringing this, all these gadgets on. And people will be saving up for the $7,000 one, but in the meantime, they can get the $600.
This is great.
Good idea.
And what was the drone under 500, or about 500?
DJI Spark.
And the Yi was?
340?
340.
Yeah.
Okay, and again, this is $1,000.
Oh, everyone's going to want this, even non-photographers.
Including my daughter,
Yes.
Okay. Chelsea and Tony Northrop, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you so much,
Thanks,
Ann.
Ann.
You're welcome.
Spend all night kissing and it was right here, then who else is missing? Got a little sidetracked if I'm so wishing I could find the keys to the door, but it's also a metaphor. Things keep locked in the grocery store, but mine just to save time. Skip right ahead to the last ride.